What is up, folks? RenaissanceMan here, and we are back with another Mobile King of the Hill series. This one seems to be more exciting. This one's a one between a nobleman, two noblemans. I'm sorry, it's one between two noblemans, and I think, judging by how long it is, I think it might be a ranked series. So that means it's a best of 5. That means you get possibly 5 games of intense battles, intense gameplay, micro, dart monkeys, chippers, farms. You get it all. So sit back, relax, and let's watch some Bloons. So we have a match between Ice Cube, or John, or Pug, or whatever nickname he goes by these days, and I Hate Late Game, which I believe is Aaron. So Aaron and John are both noble, and I don't know yet, but I think this might be a ranked series. Like I said, it's a good 27, 28 minutes long, and ranked series are best of 5. And if you have 2 good players, typically your ranked series are going to take a long time. I'm not sure if this is sped up or not. It might not be, because usually when it comes to noble ranked series, you wanna speed it up, because it takes a good 30 to 40 minutes to do a ranked series if you're a noble. Because one, nobles are very good, so it's hard to kill them, with the early rounds. And 2, a ranked series is best of 5. So you have potentially 5 games that's going to round 30, maybe round 25, 26. And that's what, like 15, 20 minutes right there? So, no, not 15, 20. It's less than that, but it's still a long time to get to round 25, 26, 27. So they're both starting off with 2 farms, the usual start. You see John has his 16k energy. I'm pretty sure Aaron has maybe 80k. It's just, they're just energy fiends. And John pulls out his gang of dart monkeys to defend that rerush. He leaked 1 life, but it wasn't even a rerush actually. It was a regular rush, but I think John was, I keep on saying John. I'm sorry, I'm getting the names mixed up. Aaron brought out the gang of dart monkeys. Aaron leaked 1 life because I think he was trying to defend it without buying chipper, or he was trying to defend it without having to buy a 1-0. I mean, it worked for the most part. He only leaked 1 life, and 1 life is definitely not hard to come back from. And so they're both even in farms. They both have the same amount of money. John has the lives advantage, so he has the advantage. I believe this game should be a boring one until maybe round 13 or 14, because you see the same stuff. Ballinger round 7, then you have he's re-rushing. I'm gonna try to make it as exciting as possible. He's re-rushing. Will the blacks get through? Can those sneaky blacks sneak by the oppressive dart monkeys? I've somehow made this racist, but nevertheless, let's get back to the game. We have a black re-rush. Nobody leaked. Aaron is coming on heavy with the blacks, because get out of here, because you know. Aaron's coming in very heavy with the blacks. But I think John defended all the blacks, and now John is up on farming for now, because he has his 3/3 second tiers before round 9. I think those blacks might have drained Aaron a little too much. He might have sent it a little too much. I think he was expecting John to leak, but John is actually getting a lot better at not leaking. He's pretty good at that nowadays. Stop it. So what do we? Will Aaron send the yellow rush? That's the important question. John is definitely preparing for the yellow rush, but will Aaron send it? Seems like they both are preparing for it. No, he does not send the yellow rush. Okay, so Aaron, I think, might be trying to find a better. Oh wait, he did send it. He just wanted to get up a farm first. He's behind a little bit, so he might be a little scared to send rushes. People when they're behind, they tend to want to farm more than they want to rush, because they want to get back in farming. But I think if you're behind, unless you're playing somebody who's really good at defending, like absolute beast at defending, which is not a lot of players in Mobile King of the Hill who can defend almost any rush you send them. So if you are behind in farming, you wanna get a good amount of pressure, especially somebody who wants to keep their lives advantage. Like if you're playing somebody that does not want to keep the lives advantage, then there's no point of even trying to get them to, because when you rush a lot, you know, you want them to sell their farms, and that way you can get back in farming. Like what John did to Aaron just now, he sent him like the smallest rerush you can imagine, just so John would sell his dart monkeys, sell his farm to Boston dart monkeys. John had no intentions of making Aaron leak, but he still made Aaron sell a farm and buy extra dart monkeys. So now John is up on farming. And John, even though he's up in lives and farming, he's still being aggressive, trying to make Aaron, I guess, battle energy again. You know, the more you make your opponent battle energy, the more you can have them at your mercy. Because re-rushes are pretty good if you know what you're doing. Because you don't kill people with regular non-boosted rushes. It's the re-rushes that does all the killing. And also look at the farming advantage. Like Aaron is playing very safe right now, and John is up by 1.5 farms. Now, of course, Aaron can sell a good amount of his defense to get back the farm advantage. Well, get back into the game farming wise, but still, like John is still getting the money from the farms he have, while Aaron is not getting the money from, well, he's getting less money from the farms he have. So this right now is really very smart play by John. Nobody's lost any major lives. I think, like at this point, I think Aaron can try to get back into the farming. He could sell maybe like 2 or 3 of those dart monkeys. Ooh, I'm not sure if that was a good idea. That was definitely not. Sending to Moab was not a good idea, because unless he had a factory, sending to Moab to make somebody die is not good, because when somebody doesn't have a factory, they're more willing to sell like the 2-0 farms to get up a fan club versus having to sell the factory to get up a fan club. So Aaron sending that sending that Moab is not the best of choices. It's not looking good for Aaron, put it that way. It's not looking very good at all. Let's see what he does though. He definitely hasn't quit yet, because I think he just sent them a rush. He's way behind in farming. He's basically, like, John is up by a hell of a lot right now. And he's not even trying to get up a 4th tier farm yet. Now he could, I've seen people die from stuff like this. Aaron could kill him here, because typically, oh no, it was a pretty big rush, but John defended it. I've seen people, well, you know, myself, I've died to rushes like that where I don't want to sell, I don't want to get the fan club, I just want to defend it with darts, maybe get a few more jugs. You know, Aaron might have been going for that, but he definitely should have gotten his 4th tier farm by now. So I think John pretty much has the game in the bag, and I think John might rush him here. He should rush him here. He's definitely got the farm advantage. I think Aaron kind of messed up by trying to get the lives advantage, because people don't realize this, but when you have the lives advantage, people are more tempted to rush you round 11. I mean, people are more prone to rush you round 22. I said 11. Round 22, I meant. They're more likely to rush you around 22. So if you don't have the lives advantage, if you're down in farming, I wouldn't try to get the lives advantage, because I don't want somebody to rush me around 22. I want them to keep farming and let me try to catch up, then rush them. Now, that right there doesn't sound like the best strategy, because somebody could easily just somebody could easily defend when they have enough money, because if you're ahead in farming, you typically have a lot of money. But Aaron right here has chosen to do something very, 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 very good. He's re-rushed instead of trying to defend this. Now, let's see who, I think Aaron has the advantage since, what is Aaron doing right now? Oh, he's getting rid of ceramics. He's getting rid of the ceramics, but the camos are killing him. Oh, I must say that was pretty intense. But yeah, so that was pretty good. Pretty good choice by Aaron is chosen to re-rush because he couldn't defend that. But usually, if you have the lives advantage, people are going to rush you. Me personally, I don't want to get rushed on round 22 when I don't have the farm advantage. So if I don't have the lives advantage, I give them a lives advantage along with the farming. And I know it sounds kind of stupid. Why would you give somebody both the lives and farms? See, that's the thing. Like, you can always try to catch up in farming, but if they rush you around 22 when you don't have enough, when you don't have a lot of farming, it's typically hard to come back. It's typically hard to defend that. So you do what Aaron did there and just re-rush. Pretty intense re-rush too. I mean, I'm pretty sure Pug or John could have just stalled out, which he did, and just defended that. He probably could have easily defended that if he wanted to, really. I mean, let me see. He had about like 12 grand left. And that was what? A factory. Not a factory, a fan club. Maybe spam 2-0 darts. I mean, not, maybe spam 2-0 chippers to get rid of all the ceramics. So he could have also bought a few jugs with all that money. So I think John, it wouldn't have been easy, but he could have definitely defended that. Now, Aaron picked Park, which is a very odd map because people typically don't pick Park. A lot of people try to avoid these maps because one is foreign, because nobody in Mobile King Hill picks maps like these, and two, because Park seems, I guess to some people, Park seems like a shorter map. But I actually kind of like Park as a strategic map because it's weird in terms of its shape. So, you know, if the Bloons, if the naturals and the scent Bloons start to combine, it's kind of hard for your dog monkeys to pop them all. And it also works better if you have a tower that doesn't have a lot of range. Like if you have a 0-4 chipper and you get if you have super vac works really well on Park because no matter how far the balloons go, you can always put like your super vac in one place and it'll suck in almost all the balloons because they're so close together. Or if you have a cannon, like a cluster bomb bombs work really well on this map because it's such a close map that the balloons will just be destroyed and your cannon doesn't have to have a lot of range to destroy them. They're both pretty even in farming. I think John used bounty to begin around 7. Aaron didn't. I wonder if he feels safe. He probably does. John isn't rushing with. Oh, he's just going. He opted to go with the defense instead of just using bounty beginning around 7. I think using bounty to begin around 7 is pretty good because you get your bananas faster, and since you get your bananas faster, you can build your farm faster. So the faster you build your farms, obviously the faster you get your money. And the faster you get your money, the faster you can kill somebody. But at this point, I think they're both just even in money right now. They both have their farms in pretty odd places. It's also, Park is also a very weird map to put farms on. Like, I have a few good spots, but I feel like those spots could be better used for just strategic towers, like where they have their chippers right now. Those spots typically are better for attack towers like chipper or cannon. But right now, these spots are actually pretty good. These spots are actually really good. They're both pretty even, and like I said, they're even in their farming, they're even in their defense. You can't get much by him. Aaron has the lives advantage, which is good for him. You know, he has a clear advantage in the match. While they're both even in money, so that's really good for Aaron. When your opponent when you have basically both advantages, and you know your opponent lacking an advantage is an advantage for you. You know, he's not better than you, so it's better to have him. I mean, it's better for you since he's not any better than you are. Now, Aaron just lost the lives advantage, but when your opponent doesn't have an advantage on you, it's way better for you. If you have an advantage on your opponent and your opponent doesn't have an advantage, it's really good for you. So this John is sending Aaron a pretty hefty rerush, whites and I think blacks. And let's see how Aaron defends this. He lost a lot of lives. He defended it, but he still lost a lot of lives. And he is even. I want to say he's even in farming. I'm not sure. He put with a pretty hefty rush against John on this one. Let's see. I think John is about to defend this pretty easily. Yeah, John defended that pretty well done by John. Let's see. Pretty well done by John. John sends him a little rush, just a little one. I think Aaron might be better to do some chipper micro every now and again, because Aaron's using Ballinger right here. It's not good for him. It's not good for, John is going to re-rush him every time he uses Ballinger. So if that is money draining to defend re-rushes. Defending re-rushes is very money draining, which is what John is doing to him. He's money draining him. He's making him buy stuff like, more jugs or camo detection for his monkeys or something like that. Like right now, I think Aaron could get a factory. John can also get a factory. I think John is about to get his factory. So yeah, right now, both Aaron and John, I think, can get their factories. Actually, no, Aaron sent him a pretty hefty rush just now. Pretty hefty. And John used all his money he was going to use on the factory to get up defense, which I think Aaron should have waited till he actually bought the factory before he tried to rush him. Because that's the best time to rush anybody after they buy their factory. Alright, so I think John is good here. Once you have a good enough, like, this is a good defense to defend a factory. I mean, to defend. Well, no, never mind. John had to use Boundary. But, nevertheless, he still has enough to sell for a fan club without having to sell for his factory. Without having to sell his factory. Let's see is Aaron going to go for a more rerush here, though? That's the question. What rerush could you? Oh, he's going for camo leads. I'm sorry. Camo leads mixed with he's going off camo. Yes, all right. So yes, like I said, John has enough money to not have to sell his farm to get up a good enough defense. And he defends that to get up a fan club without having to sell anything. And he defends that pretty easily. While Aaron is still lacking on, I think he can get his factory by now. I think he definitely should get his factory by now. All right, good. He's getting his factory. Will John rush him? No, John is keeping his advantage. Oh wait, he sent him a little lead rush. Let's see how Aaron defends this. He sent him something not that hefty. He can't defend it without Boundary. Now let's see. Does Aaron have enough to defend? Does Aaron have enough to get a fan club without selling his factory? He has what? Ooh, this is gonna be a tough one for Aaron. Let's see what he does. He gets up another jug. It's gonna be tough. He gets up a third jug. Let's see what happens. Can he defend this? Can he? I think it might be over. It's over. I think what Aaron should have did there is wait for round 22 to be over before he tried to and get a fan club, because with round 22 it's such a quick round that your crates, when you have factory, your crates come literally in like 3 seconds. So I think Aaron could have waited a little bit to get his factory. I'm sorry. Aaron could have waited a little bit, then he could have gotten if you hear background noise, I'm sorry. I'm reaching to my fridge. I need to get some water. My voice hurts. Aaron could have waited a little bit to get a fan club because of all the money he would have gotten from round 22. Now let's see but he chose to defend with jugs, which is not a bad idea, but like I said, the park is a weird map, so on park it would have been hard for him to defend with jugs on park. So we have offside here. And this is probably, I think offside might be the most picked map in Mobile King of the Hill. Because before steps became popular, the only person who really picked steps was Alex. I think everybody typically just picked offside because it's like it's short, but it's not too short, and like all the straight lines on offside make it easier for your darts. You know, you don't have a map like Park where it's kind of curvy. It's just straight lines. So yeah, I think offside might be the most picked map in Mobile King of Hill. I know I pick it a lot. Let's see. So we have John going with the gang of monkeys to defend a rerush. Will it work? Aaron is coming pretty thick. It was pretty good. It's a pretty good rerush by Aaron. He went pretty thick with pretty heavy with his pinks. But I think John might have the lives advantage now. I mean the farms advantage. Not that much. He might be up by like maybe $100, maybe $120. He's up by like 2 bananas. Let's see how John plays it. He has a slight advantage in farming. He might have a bigger now since Aaron sent him a rush and didn't upgrade right away. Yeah, so John has a slightly bigger. Oh, he uses boundary though. That's not good. Well, actually no, he used it close to the beginning of round 7, which is actually what you want to do. So it might be better for him to have done that. But let's see if he can defend this round. Well, I guess he doesn't really have to since he's not protecting his lives anymore. He already has a lives advantage. I mean, he already is at the lives disadvantaged. And Aaron is playing it safe right now. I think like on offside, you can get lives and play it safe the entire rest of the time and not have to worry about, because offside is one of the easier maps to defend. Oh, what happened? What's going on? What happened? Is this? Yeah, I'm sorry for that. Seems like a technical difficulties. My internet just went out for some reason. But back to the game. What was I talking about? You can defend lives pretty easily on offside once you get the lives advantage, because it's not exactly an easy map, but like I said, because of the straight lines and because of how close it is. There's also a close map. I forgot to mention that. It's a very close map. Close as in the Bloons don't travel that far from one area. You know what I'm saying? Like on a map like Patch, it's very long, so the Bloons take up most of your whole screen. But on a map like Offside, the Bloons are not moving away from one general radius. Like this chipper can defend, John's chipper can defend the same amount of Bloons that his darts can defend. Well, the same balloons that his darts can defend, put it that way. Like his chipper has the range to defend the balloons, his dart monkeys have the range to defend the balloons, and even his juggernaut has the range to defend the balloons. So when you're playing a map that's this close and you can put attack towers down that can work together efficiently because everything is so close together, it's easier to defend that map versus Patch, where you put a dart monkey on one loop on Patch and you put another dart monkey. You have to put another dart monkey on another loop because the dart monkey's range can't reach a certain part of the map. So like you have to keep putting more money into more defense to defend the entire map because the map is much wider and much more spacious. You get me? You catch my drift? I think some people will. I think they both can get to their factories now. I think John is trying to prolong. Oh, and what a clutch rush by John. John is trying to prolong Aaron getting his factory. Like right now, if Aaron were to get his factory, John can hit him with a pretty good re-rush to make him not get his factory or make him sell it. But Aaron did the smart thing and didn't get his factory right away. He waited for John's re-rush, and now he can sell to get his factory because he now has battle energy back. So it was pretty smart move by Aaron. Although it was also smart by John because John got an extra round of money from Aaron's not Well, he got a leg up on Aaron because Aaron didn't have his factory on round. What round was it? He didn't have his factory on round 17, while John did have his factory on round 17. So John got $3,600, while Aaron got actually no, how much Aaron might have got the same amount of money. So he had 5 2 zeros, which is $420 each, which is $2,000. And he had, well, actually no, he got like $2,800, and John got $3,600. So yeah, John definitely got a little bit more money than Aaron in terms of, you know, his farming, but he's still not that far behind. And John is pretty aggressive right now. I think he's trying to make Aaron uncomfortable. He is prolonging his farming. I think Aaron can defend this with like a fan club. Like he's spamming darts. I mean, he's spamming what is he spamming? He's spamming chipper. Oh, I think Aaron should have just tried to go for a fan club on that one, because that was a pretty hefty rush by John. But at the same time, Aaron does have. I would think he has a farm advantage. Like Aaron is not spending any money on balloons. Well, he is now, but that's before when he had the Lives advantage, he wasn't spending any money on balloons. So I think he should have like a good amount of money here, at least enough to get a third tier farm. I think he's saving it. Aaron's farming has not been very efficient this series. But he's still in there. He's still along with John and most of his farming. But at the same time, I feel like Aaron should be able to afford. Yeah, he can. Okay, can he? Can you afford it? I don't think he can. I think he sold prematurely on that one. But oh, he's going for the rush. Let's see if John can defend this. Let's see what happens. Now it's very bad when your opponent knows you're gonna rush, because they have a lot of time to set up their defense. And now Aaron has sent two Zoma Gods, followed by what's that? Six what is this called? 6 BFBs. I think John might be able to defend this. This doesn't seem like a pretty hefty rush. I was wrong, huh? So yeah, so round 25, 26, and 27, that's about 10 minutes. So if you think that you have 3 games that's going to go to round 25, 26, 27 each time, because that's mostly what happens in Noble series. You have 3 games that goes to round 25, 26, 27, 3 times. That's 30 minutes, at least 30 minutes for a Noble series. And then if it's the best, and if you have games where it's like you don't go to round 26. Well, if you have a 5-game series, that John is doing really well to defend this rush. Like, it's getting very close. He could potentially die if he doesn't play this right. But I think he's good. I think he's about to defend this. I think he's going to defend it. Ooh, it's close. It's very close. It is very close. Oh, okay, no, he's good. He's all right. He's straight. He defended it. It's pretty good. Pretty good by John. But yeah, if you think about it, 3 games going to round 26 is 30 minutes, and Aaron has lost.